One.
What?
Oh, hey guys, welcome
Okay.
to. No, Katz, you're leading this. You should introduce
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Welcome to the very first VolCast. Yay!
Yay! We're excited.
us. It's gonna be
You
fun.
should be
Sure.
excited too.
A bunch of nerds talking on the internet as if,
But
we needed more
That
of
doesn't
that.
happen
But
every-
we are good-looking nerds.
but we're
No.
here.
We have
Are
that
we-
advantage.
I think
Are
we're
we-
good-looking.
are we good-looking?
I'm a proud
Thanks.
dad. I made some good-looking kids,
Same.
I guess.
Oh
Should
god.
order pizza.
Is that all you think about? Just
Any-
food? Just like you're talking about video games and you're just like, oh, you know what's really good right now?
Anyway,
Poutine.
Oh!
let's go down the
I'm
line
so
and
bad.
introduce ourselves. I'm Kat. I'm the host of the podcast.
Yay!
Your turn, Dankpool. Fine, I'll
What?
You guys
You're
ruined
sorry.
everything.
Oh.
We didn't rehearse this.
It's
No,
Dank's fault.
Okay.
And just
Fine.
introduce. I said introduce yourself. You introduced yourself.
Look, I'm not ready for this kind of power.
No, you.
Cody,
Fine. Okay.
Introduce
You know what,
yourself.
boy? Introduce yourself.
Who's boy?
Anyway, everybody, shut up.
Alright, back
I'm
still.
no.
Okay. Hi. My name's Odie. I am very cool. As you can see, part of my picture is Adventure Time.
Okay,
So-
yeah, that's enough. Next.
What?
Yeah,
Hey,
you
man.
Get out.
Hello.
Get out. Get out.
I
Take your
just
finger
want to
off
talk
the
about.
key. Take your finger off the key.
Hey guys, you
Next.
want to talk about feelings right now?
All right, my name's
No.
Dad. I'm the owner of
have so many of
Volcanic
those.
Gaming. I'm the lead guy for most projects, but these guys, Odie, Dankful, and Katz, they all lead their own little projects for the company, and we're an esports / gaming startup in northern BC. But I won't tell you the exact city because I don't want to get swatted.
Yeah.
Dad, I'm gonna swat you.
Oh no! Don't do it! Oh!
Now you just said that. Now I'm just gonna I just really want to swat him. Oh,
Dank-
pick up my phone right
Dank-
now.
Is it my turn?
Listen to
Thankful
Katz.
you're up.
It was your
Yeah.
turn 3 turns ago.
What? That's what I told you.
Oh god.
Hi, I'm Dankful. I have the lowest IQ out of all of us,
Oh.
apparently.
Yeah, right.
Oh goodness. Anyway.
Max is pretty dumb.
Whoa. Hey now.
Anyway,
Fight me.
since we're all
Maybe I will.
Yeah,
Shut
it's
up.
on StarCraft.
Oh
Hey,
my
Adam.
god.
No,
Shut
Take this to
up.
Counter-Strike. I'm way
Hey
better.
guys, let Adam lead this, guys. Come on.
Okay.
Don't interrupt, Cat.
Anyway, since since we're all a bunch of fucking nerds, let's talk about E3.
Yeah.
Ooh, E3.
Ooh. So
I'm pretty excited.
I have an interesting question. Like, what's everybody's experience been with E3? Because for me, it was something I started watching as a kid. I was like pretty young, like, oh, what is this thing? And I watched like, holy shit, talking about new games and these things are coming out and all this new tech and holy shit, this is super hype and like, yes. And it's like I was already into gaming, but I feel like actually, I don't know what year of E3 it was, but it really sort of catapulted me into this really nerdy, virgin-y trajectory.
Oh my god.
Is it burgeony?
I thought we were supposed to be breaking with that conception, but I guess we're not. We're solidifying it.
Anyway, but what's everybody else's sort of take on E3? What does it mean to you, sort of?
E3. Well, I started getting into E3 as early as the age of 5, actually, because I got my Game Boy Color at the age of 3, N64 at 4, and then.
This is gaming or E3? When did E3 start?
E3 started a while ago. I was like in the late 90s.
Yeah, keep going.
Flight thing. Yeah. So I don't know. I just would watch things here and there, like on MTV would host stuff. I always glossed over it though, right? Because I was more into I want to play with my Lego and stuff. But then I seriously got into E3 around like 06, 07, when the Wii came out because I wanted a Wii so bad. I had skipped the GameCube, which is such a good system. I have 2 of them now. And
Nice.
it was awesome. It was great to see a conference that was dedicated for a passion of mine that seemed so nerdy and so out there, but you had tons of people clamoring to be part of it, companies wanting to show themselves off. And ever since then, I've enjoyed E3 but now more recently, I just enjoy the memes. I enjoy the flops. Like I enjoy the
We all.
really messed up, oh my gosh, Konami presentations sometimes that happens, and that's what I watch it for now.
It just works.
It just works.
What about you, Odie?
Well, I'm kind of. I feel like you guys are much more. You guys know a lot more about E3 than me. I never really watched E3. I was kind of the kid who kind of really likes video games, and then realized this video game was out, and I'm like, oh wait, this video game got announced like months ago. This thing got E3. So I never really watched E3. I only watched it like in the past year or so when I really got into like video games and just the variety of games, and especially now how there's a lot of games coming out, and E3 is so busy with so many companies that want to be there, so many people that want to be there, right? And I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of the person who knows least about E3, so I'll have a little bit different perspective to it.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Dankpool? Were you ever into E3 as a youngin? You sort of new to this or something?
Yeah, like I was never really big on watching all the big gaming events. I was pretty good at keeping up with what I was interested in on my own. And so like I would follow up with highlights from E3, but I just couldn't dedicate all the time to watching all of the releases and stuff. So it was never really my thing. I'm gonna watch this year. I'm looking for the big announcements from Bethesda, but this will be the first year I'm actually watching.
Bethesda is one of those companies that I'm really having a close eye on.
Yeah.
Anything specific? Any rumors you know about? Anything you're looking forward to?
What I'm really hoping for, but I don't know if they're actually going to do it, hasn't been anything announced yet, is a single-player Elder Scrolls game. Please. I beg them.
I believe the last announcement they had on that was either a release looking towards 2018 or 2019 for the next Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, like I heard they're actually they're doing something about it, but hasn't been any teasers or anything or where it's situated or any information. So I really want something in that case.
I know that I know a while ago Bethesda filed a trademark for a game called Starfield. I think it was 2012, 2013. But not once heard about anything. And so knowing Bethesda, like they venture into a lot of different projects with different operational capacities, with Elder Scrolls and Fallout being their big ones. I think if they have filed a trademark for a game already, that's something they've probably been working on ever since. We might hear that might be like, it sounds like maybe like Elder Scrolls in space, like the system.
No. Oh my god.
Hear me out. So okay, you know how Prey was recently released, and everyone's oh, like Prey's like Dishonored in space,
amazing,
right? And it's really great. Starfield, if we know anything about it, if it's gonna come out, I think it's going to be, let's take the Elder Scrolls experience, make a totally new game, but like a legacy, like a spiritual successor to that kind of gameplay. Because I think they're just making so much off of Elder Scrolls Online right now, and it's so easy for them to just pump like random content.
Oh yeah, Morrowind just came out for Elder Scrolls Online, right? So
yeah.
A huge expansion for that game.
I know. All I want is a Metroid game. A good Metroid game.
Yes, I agree. Because they're remaking a bunch of games with like these high-end graphics, but they haven't touched Metroid yet.
No, we got Federation.
You need to hit
Force.
Metroid.
Yeah, we got Federation Force for 3DS. I've tried it out. I actually enjoyed it. But reasons why I think that there's going to be a new Metroid game is, first of all, they never have recognized, like, last year was the 30th anniversary of Metroid, and Nintendo did nothing about it. But really recently, then Nintendo did release Federation Force, which was supposed to fill in the Prime timeline. So the Prime trilogy, for those of you who don't know, came out for the GameCube, and these were the most successful Metroid games in a long time since the NES and SNES days. So it was made by a developer called Retro Studios, who had been working on Donkey Kong Country for a while, the new ones, and those are dope. Retro Studios does amazing work. Here's the thing, though. Retro Studios has reportedly been working on a game that's not Donkey Kong Country. Retro Studios only does like a handful of other games other than Donkey Kong Country that's for Nintendo. So I'm really hoping it's gonna be
praying.
It's please.
like a big Metroid Prime game where it's just, or imagine like an open world thing where you could travel different planets and stuff. That'd be interesting.
That'd be good.
We know that Nintendo can do that too with like
Breath of the Wild
being
such
out.
a good game.
Yes.
Like if you could get Metroid, but like Breath of the Wild,
yeah. Also another thing,
quality and maybe something similar to it.
Yeah, but also another thing, Nintendo, like, I've been looking up that everyone who has a Nintendo Switch is begging for more games. There is not a lot of content for Nintendo Switch. There's a couple really great games, but they just need more games right now. And Metroid Prime or any Metroid game would be absolutely perfect for that.
Like, I got the remaster on the Wii U. Oh, I love playing that. I'm probably gonna stream that later. It's gonna
do it.
It's going to be good. Like, and it's just for the Switch to have that dual hand control. The graphics are going to be great for it. Retro's always pushed the graphical capabilities of the Nintendo systems. It just makes sense. That's the game I'm looking forward to. That's the game I want. I wish they will release. Here's hoping.
And I mean, Nintendo Switch is a huge success, so like they better start like pumping out games for that console, or else Nintendo Switch will like die.
Well, like, and it's in the same position as the N64 was back in when it was released. Is that N64 only had a few launch titles. What made it successful was that you had the N64 or the PS1. PS1 was marketed towards the older kids, and the N64 was like, hey, we're Nintendo. We are in our own league. The Switch is marketed the same way. It's in its own league. We're not competing with graphics. We're competing with games.
Just family fun for young people.
But but that's the thing. Like, they also have Elder Scrolls coming to it. They have the mature games coming in, which means that they know that they have to release these games to catch us because we've grown up. Right, we've grown up with their systems, and we've grown up with
all the kids that grown up with Nintendo.
Exactly. So what's better than giving them the Metroid Prime was one of my first person shooter experiences. Ton of other kids.
My favorite games of all time.
What would get them back into getting a Switch? I would buy a Switch if there was a Metroid Prime release. I would get it just for that game. So
I would get it for like, especially how I really want to get Breath of the Wild too. Yeah. So like, just getting multiple games that people want on one console will get people to buy the console, right?
Oh yeah, baby.
So,
but yeah, how about you, Dank?
Yeah, is there anything you're looking forward to?
Most of the stuff I'm interested in right now is all like rumor games and stuff that has been postponed inevitably. You know, things I've been waiting for a few years now. Borderlands 3 and Left 4 Dead 3 are the big two.
I have heard those rumors.
Yeah, that I've been hoping for. You know, it's out there. You know, there has been subtle leaks for Left 4 Dead 3, and very hush. Nothing has come out for a Borderlands 3 teaser at all, other than just internet rumors and people speculating that it could be a potential announcement for E3. Another game, I had mentioned that I was interested in games that have been paused indefinitely in their development, is One Life. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it.
I've never heard of it, no.
No, me either.
the concept behind the game is it is a first-person zombie survival game, but once you die in the game, you get locked out. So it's actually, hence the name One Life. You have one life.
Can you restart the game from like the beginning, or
nope?
Like you're just done. Like
you're done.
You can never play. Like,
so you buy the game
copy,
and you just lose, and you're just like, well, have to go like spend another like $60 on this stupid game.
No, it's like a $10 game. So but development has been paused indefinitely, and there hasn't been any announcements on it for at least a year now.
That's disappointing. But this is for like the hardcore gamers that like
business.
One life is all I need.
But like, the most important thing I think for the developers of that game is to realize that that's gonna be, they can't make it just a PvP game, or else they're gonna lose everything on that game really, really fast. Because there'll be lots of people that want to go in there for PvP, but there will be players out there that will be struggling enough just to survive the difficulty of a survival game itself.
Jumping back to Left 4 Dead 3, I got some bad news for you there, bud.
Oh yeah?
Valve can't do threes. Valve can't
Valve can't process what a third game is.
What is the third game?
Oh my god. Did you guys hear? Half-Life 3 is coming out in E3.
Oh, what?
Oh. Just kidding. I got you, didn't I?
In your sort of list of games you're looking forward to, I think a Left 4 Dead 3 could be really interesting. Just because Left 4 Dead has been so old. Like, Left 4 Dead 2 came out forever ago. It's
so really fun, though. So very fun.
The fact that another one hasn't come out in, like, years and years sort of makes me think, like, if it is in development, if they are going to show something maybe around that path, like, it's got to be something really good, because they're Steam, like, that's sort of their legacy. That's sort of just what they do. But I think anything coming from Valve right now, it will be really, really big. I think it'll blow minds. Like, the Steam logo will come up on the street on the big screen they have.
Oh man, everyone will go absolutely insane.
And then like 50 people will leave the auditorium to change their pants or something, you know. Like, yeah.
Oh my god.
But as well as the other game you're saying, Borderlands 3, I think that would be very exciting, especially after playing Borderlands 2, like, with the character they created, Handsome Jack. Like, oh my goodness, he is such a good character. Like, and like the comedy that they put in, and sort of just how perfect it is. And we also haven't heard much from the studio that makes the Borderlands games.
But there's also a lot of expansions for the Borderlands
Gearbox,
games, aren't
right?
there?
That's Gearbox, right?
Yeah, that's
so.
Gearbox. Yeah, it's Gearbox.
I thought there was already a lot of expansions and like a lot of story behind Handsome Jack and stuff in the Borderlands, like sequels and stuff. Not sequels, but you know.
Well, there is. I'm just saying, like, the fact that they created this character, this amazing character, just like,
you're saying we can make another game, like, with this character.
Sort of like, what are they gonna do next after like this sort of?
Oh yeah, they did so well with this character. You're anxious to see what else they have in their pocket, what else they can bring to the table.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Actually, staying on the topic of games that are rumored but like not, we don't know if it's going to come out. Have you heard of a game called Beyond Good and Evil?
Oh, that's confirmed.
Is it confirmed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's confirmed that they're making Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh, yeah, it is confirmed, and a teaser is out. I just really would love something more, because all I have is the teaser out. That one little video, which is beautifully made. If you guys haven't watched Beyond Good and Evil 2 teaser, it is a great video. It is beautiful. And I would love a bit more content, a bit more information about that game.
I've never played Beyond. I don't even know what Beyond Good and Evil is about. All I know is that there's a bunch of nerds on the internet that are excited about it.
I think it's a very small group of people who enjoyed that game. but we are hardcore fans. Like, that game is my childhood. I loved playing that game, and it's a very different game from other games, and it just did its thing very well, I think.
What was the game like? Like,
it was a third person. You were this character who, I'm trying to remember. It was such a long time ago. I have to replay that game, but it's kind of in this kind of fantasy land where it's kind of a mix between fantasy and what's that? I'm blanking on the word right now. Like gears and stuff.
Like steampunk?
There you go, steampunk. It's kind of a mix between steampunk and fantasy, where you'll have all these steampunk technologies like steamboats, and you're just going around in these mechanized vehicles. But you're also going around, you're kind of an investigator. So you have a camera, you're trying to zoom in, trying to take pictures of stuff, trying to find out this weird anomaly that showed up at your house. And the combat system is really cool because you don't really have any weapons. You just have this one stick that kind of does everything. I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
That's impressive.
It's hard to explain seeing how I haven't played the game in, I don't know, 10 years.
You know, that's actually one of the really interesting things I find about media in general, sort of. Like, for example, you might read a book, like a Harry Potter book, right? And then somebody's like, oh, what's that book about? I don't know anything about it. And then like, oh, yeah, I love this book. There's this and this and this and this is, and like so on and so on. And this is what the story's like. And like, and then you just listen to what you're saying and you're like,
this makes no sense.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
it's like all you remember is it being super good, like you being so happy, like playing it or reading this book, and that's all you remember. That's
yeah, it's like, wow, I said this all out loud, and it sounds really stupid.
Yeah, when I think back of how I described Bianca and Evil, that's.
But
just look it up. That would be the best way. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if everybody did, but I know there's a fan group about it. It's Ubisoft, yes.
Yeah, they did it for the PS2. Actually, my friend Nick back at home, he loved that game. It must have been Nick.
Yeah, I played it on the original Xbox. That's the console I played it on. It was on PlayStation and Xbox, and I think that's all the consoles it was on. I'm sure there's like a PC version of it somewhere.
Anyway, Odie, what are you looking forward to, like, for E3?
Actually, one thing I should mention. Did you guys see the leaked pictures of the Assassin's Creed game?
No.
I did.
Wow.
There's a lot of leaks for that game.
They screwed up. They screwed up and accidentally leaked a lot of the game. So they're making a new game called Assassin's Creed Origins. So this is apparently it's based in Egypt. So this is going to be before all the entire Assassin's Creed games. Every single one, this is way before it. Like the origin, hence the name Origins, in Egypt. And that's all I know. Do you know any more, Cats?
I know, yeah. There was, so I believe it all originated on a 4chan board. Some random person sort of said, oh, I have all this information about the new Assassin's Creed game. And sort of lined out a bunch of stuff. Like they talked about what the character's name. They talked about that it was in Egypt, that there's like a bow and arrow and shields. You can ride canoes. Yeah, there's like crocodiles and stuff. And everybody was like, oh, okay, yeah, some random on the internet made up a bunch of shit, or maybe he didn't, or maybe he did. Like it just doesn't mean anything, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But then some screenshots got leaked.
It looks pretty legit though. Like the screenshots.
It's pretty, like if you follow the trail, it's pretty much confirmed because the screenshots are obviously in Egypt and they have this character on them, right? I think he's in a canoe or something. But there was also another leak at a GameStop for like a shirt, an Assassin's Creed shirt they're going to sell about like of the game, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And the character on the shirt looks exactly like the character in the screenshot, and it has his name, like the character's name on the shirt, and it's the exact same name that guy leaked on the 4chan board, and like everything sort of came together, and like you can't say that, oh yeah, it's confirmed, but it's pretty much confirmed.
All the evidence seems
It's just there. It's made already, right? I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
And it's legit.
Yeah,
it does seem
Gamer
legit.
should actually confirm it.
So I think at E3 this game will at least like a beta or like a test out version will come out. Or the full game might come out. Who knows?
I don't know. Assassin's Creed really lost me after number 3.
Yeah, I didn't play much. I completed the first game, and all the other games, they were cool. I liked the concept of like going through time and stuff, and like having this cool creed of assassins and stuff. But other than that, the gameplay got a little old for me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I played number 2, and number 2 hooked me really hard. I was pretty young when I played it, but it was such a good game when I was younger. And then number 3 came out. Number 3 was really good, actually. I really enjoyed it as well. It had a good story. And then Black Flag came out, and I'm like, okay, I think this is kind of stupid.
I really like Black Flag because you
then-
get to drive ships and stuff. That was cool.
In number 3, you got to sail ships too as well. But after Black Flag, I feel like the quality of Assassin's Creed game just took a nosedive. Like since they were pumping them out every year, like it just got worse and worse. And
I feel like it's kind of like the Halo games. Like the Halo games were super good, and they started pumping out
peak Halo Reach.
Yeah, like at the peak of Halo Reach and stuff. But
And like Assassin's Creed was kind of the same though. Like Assassin's Creed 3 and like there was good parts of the other games, but like Assassin's Creed 2 was such a peak point for that series.
Yeah, and then like Black Flag was like the first like sign that it was slowly on the downfall.
Actually, I think 3, because like 3.
Really?
Man,
3 was pretty good,
great.
But
I liked 3, but a lot of people didn't like it. That was, I think,
I
a big
loved
turning
the
point.
game
Because that's when they first introduced the ship system, and that's when they also like took away a lot of fast travel too. So, and they introduced the whole hunting thing and stuff. I liked doing that. I actually really liked doing that.
Same.
But they really polished it apparently for Black Flag. But yeah, you're right. Like, I feel that it was in the decline because of 3, and it was so different than 2. From people to go from 2 to 3, it was just like, well, okay, like, oh, where's my Da Vinci at? And it's like, well, you're in Northern America. Tough luck, kid. Which is totally fine. That's how Assassin's Creed works. It's set in history. Black Flag, actually, I played it. I felt it was more polished than 3. But
really?
Yeah.
No, that game.
I don't know.
Oh, that game performed. So I have Black Flag, and I played it once.
For what system?
For PlayStation.
Yeah, I played it on PS4. I enjoyed it.
The
ship system was polished.
Maybe it's just my system, but like it does not run good. Like I can see frames, like and stuttering, and it just really ruined things. And I've always seen so many glitches with the game on the internet. Like I don't know. I don't think it was more polished than 3.
I feel that they really like the ships got tightened and some combat got better, which I don't know. The thing is, for Black Flag, the reason I guess I consider it polished is because those are the things I liked doing anyways, was the ships. I would be like, upgrade my ship. I'd be like, oh, yeah, I got a destroyer now. Oh, I got a frigate. And on my level. And then, what was that? The one in France.
Syndicate.
There you
Unity.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It was Unity.
That one. Oh.
That one wasn't great.
That one had glitches. That was a glitch fest. Oh my gosh.
The one I've always wanted to play was the British one. What's that one called?
Oh, that one's Syndicate.
Yeah, that one seems to get it. And from the trailers, it looks so good. I've never played it though. Has anyone played it?
I haven't played it. No.
I really want to get it because I just love that storyline, and it just looks so cool from the trailer. So I might buy that game and stream it just to see if it's see if it's good because I think that's the most recent Assassin's Creed release, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it is.
So yeah, if I play that, I'll get a good scope of where the Assassin's Creed games are right now, and see how good Origins is compared to that.
Anyway, it's my turn for what
Moving
I'm
on.
excited for.
Okay.
What Adam's excited for. There's two really big ones. There's the first big one is The Last of Us 2.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh my God. The trailer where she's playing the guitar with that dead body right there.
Oh,
Boy.
it's so cool.
And
I've
like,
never played that game, so I have no clue.
I don't even know why you're here right now.
So good.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, should I just leave?
Yeah. Like, I can't even talk though. Like, you guys, like, I'm about to get so much shit for this. I haven't played Mass Effect. I've watched through some of Half-Life, but I haven't played any of the Half-Life games. I never played
those
Counter-Strike
2 games.
Source.
Oh man.
Like, woof.
You know
There.
what?
I had to be
No,
honest.
don't bother playing Strike. Don't
You're-
play
Had to
Counter.
be honest.
You're on the.
I play CS:GO, so like, it's.
You're on the VolCast. We accept all nerds,
All
even
gamers.
if
All
if
types.
you don't, even if you don't, you're not.
Well, I mean, like,
Anyway,
sometimes
shit.
that happens. Like, sometimes, like, these amazing games just kind of pass your radar and just kind of go on without you playing them because there's so many other games that you're just so busy with that it just kind of goes away. Yeah.
You don't always have money for the game.
That too. Money is always an issue. You need money.
Money is always an issue.
You can't just spend all your money on video games. Video games.
Video games?
Jokes. Oh god. If only we could though. But yeah, I'm super excited for Last of Us 2. Like we didn't see much. There's a lot of speculation though. Like if you watch the trailer is essentially Ellie, the girl you are escorting the entire game in the first one, except she's a lot older. She looks like she's between 25 and 30 at this point. And she's playing the guitar, and you sort of have to play the first game to really get the significance of the guitar and all that stuff. But anyway, Joel walks into the house. Everything looks like the original game. It's still sort of after the apocalypse. The apocalypse is still happening. And then he walks in and he sees Ellie and he's like, "Are you sure you're going to do this, kiddo?" And then she's like, "Yeah, I'm going to kill every last one of them." Anyway,
Dab.
it's the speculation is that the Fireflies, the main faction one of the factions in the first game, ended up killing Joel, and the Joel you see in the trailer is sort of like a figment of Ellie's imagination, sort of thing, and she's gonna go and take revenge on them because of what she did, what they did. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. At first I wasn't when all the rumors came out and before it was announced, because it's like, I don't know. The first game ended really good, and like I don't see where else they need to take it. I don't see what else they need to do. But then, being the nerd that I am, as soon as they showed that trailer, I was like, I need this in my life. I need it. I need it right now.
Right now. Stat.
Please.
He needs
Like
the
that
Last of
scene
Us
from
2
SpongeBob.
Part 2.
I don't need it.
I don't need it.
I need it.
Yeah, it was exactly like that. But yeah, I really hope they show some gameplay this year, because last year at E3 they only showed the trailer.
Oh, what a tease.
I know, what a bunch of fucking teases.
How dare they?
How dare they?
Anyway,
then,
there was another game that you're pumped for.
there is another game that I'm pumped for.
Is this Star Wars?
No, it's not. It's actually not Star Wars. I'm not too
Star
pumped.
Wars Battlefront, but a good one.
Yes, an actual one that has like actual game content.
So it's not Battlefield, but in space?
It's not bad Battlefield in space.
Oh.
I really hope so.
Battlefield.
I don't know. I really hope they actually make this game correctly. Like, actually have a single player, a multiplayer,
Man,
actual good content,
give it like
right?
the Old
Instead of the
Republic.
bullshit they gave us for the first Battlefront.
Yeah, man.
That was bullshit.
Just make it like the Old Republic. Like, make it like, but like shooty. And...
No, just make it like Battlefront 2.
Like the original one, yes.
Watch out for
that
those
was
missed
like-
rockets.
That was like one of the greatest games of all time. Literally,
played that game
Star
so
Wars
much.
Battlefront 2. I played that game a shit ton.
Like Galaxy
Oh my
Conquest was my game. Oh, I love Galaxy Conquest.
That was so much fun. But yeah, I do like what they're doing with what we've seen from the new Battlefront game.
Yes.
The story seems to be interesting from what they've shown, and the fact that there's going to be cross-generational battles that you can do, like because you're in multiplayer or whatever. And I don't know how that's going to work, but I think it's super cool. Like Yoda versus Kylo Ren and like shit
Yeah,
like
it's true.
that.
Like what type of power Kylo Ren has, and see if you can beat Yoda. Or probably can.
Yeah,
Balancing issues.
however they do that stuff. But the game I am super looking forward to is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The new Spider-Man game. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I have not seen it.
Oh, like imagine all the fans like they're at they had a secret Marvel press conference, right? And it's like, everybody get in, shut the door, lock the door. Okay, shh, okay. And then the guy walks up on the stage, goes, "What would you like in a Spider-Man game?"
Oh yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, this is this, this is," and then they're like, "Okay, yes, uh-huh," and then they're taking notes like mad, and they just take it all down, and they get it, and then they announce the game, and we're like, "Holy shit, this is exactly what we want!" Like, the really big things, one of the biggest things is that it has absolutely nothing to do with any of the Spider-Man movies.
Good. Oh
Exactly.
My God,
It's its own
good.
continuity, which is great.
Making a game out of a movie is almost always a bad idea. There are a couple that are fine, but game movies are
Hey, man.
usually just garbage.
Can I just intersect here for a second? If Tobey Maguire doesn't voice Spider-Man, I'm never going to play that game, ever.
Well, he's not.
You know what? I'd be okay with Donald Glover voicing Spider-Man. That'd be cool.
It has to be
again?
Tobey Maguire or, like, Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick. Oh yeah, because he did the animated series. You're right. Yeah, he totally did
Yeah,
that.
he did. Yeah.
Oh man.
But anyway, so like that's one of the big things, and everybody's like, "Yes, it's its own world, and it has its own story, and that's awesome, right?" And the
Yes.
second is, we want it to be made by somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing.
Yes.
Because most of the time you see games like this and games that are tied to really big things, and games that are tied to movies, they're like, okay, let's outsource everything. Let's outsource everything, and
Which is
let's get it as cheap as possible. And then they make this garbage ass game that has Spider-Man tacked onto it because they can, make the money and like money dollar bills.
Yeah, they just
Well-
trick people into buying it, and they're just like, "Oh, this is garbage." They play it once,
Yeah.
throw it away, but that doesn't matter. They still bought it. They still gave them the money. So they don't
Exactly.
care.
This is actually the point I'm most excited about is Insomniac is making the Spider-Man game.
Insomniac is good. I like that.
And I just feel like there's just something about that pairing that I absolutely love. I think it's just absolutely perfect. Like they made Sunset Overdrive.
Oh,
Which-
yes.
You could put a Spider-Man skin on it and you could almost call it Spider-Man. They have the experience. They made Ratchet and Clank. I love Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, there's
And,
new
like-
Ratchet and Clank games coming out, I think.
Mhm.
I
Yep,
feel
yes.
like you just mash these two things together and it's perfect. It's like peanut butter and jelly. I think it's like just
It goes
Great.
perfectly in a sandwich. Mm.
yeah. Just the Insomniac Spider-Man sandwich.
Man, we sure do love good sandwiches. We need good sandwiches, goddamn.
Well, and it looks like they have fun too with it, right? Like every time the Spider-Man game's been released, it's because of a movie.
Which is bad.
Lately, and when you have game movies, they're rarely passion projects. They're rarely like, oh hey, dev team, we want to get together, and oh, I grew up being a Spider-Man nerd, and I know Spider-Man nerds, and this is what Spider-Man nerds want. This is what Spider-Man fans want to have. No, for the movies, it's like, well, we have to meet a budget, and let's use these big words, and hey, let's get the kids graphics. Hey, you know what's gonna make Spider-Man game great? And I played Spider-Man 2, okay? All right? You know what's going to make the battle great? What? Spider-Man swings. Swings his web, yeah. Slings it, yep. Any size, yep. Catches thieves, yep. Just like flies, yep. And then final battle, yep, is he jumps on the right tile at the right time. What?
Wait, no.
No.
That was the final battle with Dr. Octopus.
Oh my god.
I had to dodge stuff he was throwing, and I had to hit a tile, and you're like, huh?
How is his gameplay? How are you supposed to...
And then he's like, oh, Spider-Man, oh, you're so smart. We're like, no, I'm really not. And I grew up thinking, oh, I guess that's biochemistry. No, because he's... And that's the thing, like, I saw that trailer when it came out, and the fact that the suit takes pieces and cues from all the other movies... And it's like trying to be a true open world New York, like you're web crawling, slinging, catching thieves, and you have all these villains together. Whoo! That's gonna be great. And it's just a totally new Peter Parker story. I don't know if you guys follow the comics. I know Adam kind of knows, like Adam knows the continuities really well. Where you have all these different Marvel universes and stuff. I wonder how that's gonna fit into that. Like, Cats, do you know? Is it like?
It's like which Spider-Man are they gonna use? Like, are they like his Stacy one or?
But that's the other really exciting part is this is a video game, so like we can tack on DLC and shit. So like that's the most like if they make a Spider-Gwen DLC, I'll throw $120 at it. I need to play as Spider-Gwen, and then like they can do a Spider-Gwen DLC. They can do a Spider-Man Noir DLC. They can do
so much Spider-Man content there that they can make infinite DLCs.
Like they could make Spider-Pig DLC. Like
I pay like $500 Spider-Pig.
Yeah, Spider-Pig is where it's at. Make us a Spider-Pig game, please.
I was gonna jump in and say, I don't know, $120 seems like a lot, but then you said Spider-Pig, and I was like, I'd pay all my money for that.
Money? What money? It's all gone.
It's gone,
man.
Spider-Pig.
And Spider-Pig. I feel that when you have groups and developers like Insomniac, just essentially saying, okay, here's our budget. We're going to do a game. Sony, just give us the rights and we're going to do great. Give us your engine, we'll do great. We're just going to do this. It's similar to how, Deadpool happened, right? It was just a group of people who are just, this is a passion project.
Waving their dicks.
Well, they're passionate about it. And when you're like really passionate and love this content, you bring out a really good product. That's how it works. That's
the thing is that's why movie-based video games have such a bad rap, because they're just part of the merchandising and the advertising. If you think about it, what's the best new console? Like, imagine, okay, like if they did a Spider-Man Homecoming game instead of a Spider-Man, just Spider-Man PS4 game, it would just be, hey, we're trying to sell Homecoming to the kids who have PlayStations. You can play as Tom Holland, playing as Peter Parker, who is actually secretly Spider-Man. Whoa! I can get the Tom Holland DLC, and it's like, he says the things in the movie. You're like, oh my god, there's Aunt May, there's Tony.
It's just like the movie, except it's the game, and it's exactly the same.
It's like, no, like this is going to be really cool, because I don't think. I think there was an Ultimate Spider-Man game I don't know how well received that was, but
the Shadow of Webs, right? I think it was called
Web of Shadows. Yeah, that one.
Web of Shadows. Yeah. I think it wasn't it wasn't really received in the first place. Like from what I've heard, I was actually just swinging through the Spider-Man subreddit. But yeah, not a lot of people ended up playing that game, but a lot of people say like it's a pretty decent game. If you really want to play a Spider-Man game, it's not the worst. It'll get your hankering for what you want.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked that they just did their own thing and they combined the comic book universes. But this is just gonna be its own beast, which is exciting. Yeah.
Oof, it's so exciting. Anyway, we need to move on to our next topic.
Actually, can I bring it back just a little bit, just for a second?
Yeah.
Back to Star Wars.
Yeah.
Give me more Star Wars games. Like, Battlefront 2 looks fantastic, but something else. Something like Knights of the Republic. Something like amazing. Please.
Something like The Force Unleashed.
Something like 1313 that they freaking canceled.
We need like open world Kirby games. That's what I see in the future. Open world Kirby.
Sakurai completely abandoned Smash to work on his passion project, which is Kirby Superstar Overdrive, featuring Knuckles from the Sonic series.
What the hell?
Did you guys ever play that?
Guys.
It was for like the DS. It was called Kirby Fighters Deluxe or something.
No.
It was Smash, but you could only pick Kirby-based characters.
Yes.
There was like Kirby
Guys.
Link.
My erection
Spider
can only get so large.
This makes,
man.
this makes your penis into the
Right.
big penis.
Alright, but like...
Anyway, sorry, let's move on.
Hold on, one more like serious topic though. One more like I hate to like you guys all played Half-Life, I'm sure you'd be pumped about Half-Life 3. But the last writer for the Half-Life games actually left Valve a couple months ago.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he?
He did?
What if all these writers that wrote Half-Life just made their own company and made Half-Life 3 a complete separate thing?
Like
I'm
No,
sure
they
Valve, but I'm sure
And
Valve will
Valve
never let
wouldn't
go of
let go.
Half-Life.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have
the
to
license.
change the name. It'll be called Laugh-Hype.
yeah,
Laugh-Hype
It'll be
1.
called A Whole Life.
being
Yeah.
three quarters life.
Yes. Genius.
Goodness. Anyway, for our next topic.
Yes.
Oh God. Let me get this copy. I'm gonna send y'all a link, and I was just one big solid question. Who the fuck asked for this?
No one!
God,
Literally no
I hate this. I hate this so much.
I knew as soon as I saw that link, I was like, no, I didn't. Did you, Adam?
Okay. So for people watching, can you put this picture on the stream or on the video, please?
Yeah, we'll edit it in.
It's
it is
Mario.
It is just hot garbage.
Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Okay, like
Alright.
It's just rabbits dressed up as Mario characters.
I don't even want to go there with that, but you know where we should go about Mario games, right? We should touch topics on that, because this is
Odyssey?
going to be an announcement.
Odyssey, yes, I've heard about this.
This is going to be a big thing for E3.
Yeah. Anyway, like since that meme is over, I don't think we even need to talk too much more about it.
No, we're not.
Rabbits? Oh yeah.
It's like no one asked for this.
No one wanted this. No one cared about rabbits. No one likes
Eight-
rabbits.
8-year-olds might
rabbits.
buy your game. Nintendo, I don't know how you like your thought process is literally in a different dimension than me, so I'm not even going to touch
Their
it. I'm
thought
done.
process is just
I'm done.
money. How to make money.
No, it's not even.
I feel like they're just
That's not even money. Who's gonna buy that?
they just have like they have 12-year-olds in a room like snorting pixie dust making games.
no.
That's probably
Oh my
just
God.
all of Nintendo.
Have you seen that
Oh.
JonTron video where he just like completely roasts Sega? And he does this skit because Sonic games for a while were complete utter garbage.
Oh yeah.
Like they were good in some aspects, but overall they were just a mess up because it was just like you took Sonic, you didn't make it fast. Didn't make us. What are you doing? No. Oh, dang.
Oh god. It's like somebody. It's like the head of game development at Nintendo at this one small team. The head died, right? And I'm like, oh no, like where are we gonna go with this? Like, what are we gonna do with games? What, like, we're lost. We need a new director. And then for some reason, the person with the most seniority is this really, really weird guy. And then he's like, and then Nintendo's like, okay, you have the most seniority. You're going to be the new director for the team. And he's like, yes, awesome. This is perfect. And then he puts his hands together in a really weird, evil manner. And then he's like, okay, everybody. What if Sonic was a furry?
No.
And then we got Sonic. It's this weird werehog stuff, and it's like so bad. But like on the topic of Sega, they are planning a massive reboot of all of their games, sort of thing.
Well, they have some really good titles. It's just they screwed up a lot in trying to make new games, right? So
right, but like
a revamp is a good move, is the correct move for them.
Like they're sort of just rolling the whole gaming thing. Like, yeah, we fucked up. We need to do this better somehow. But really, what does Sega have that isn't Sonic? Like the only other game I can think of is Crazy Taxi.
Never even heard of that game. I'm sure there's some obscure game that they're gonna just bring back and no one's gonna know like what this game is, but it just ends up being freaking amazing. And just like, oh, and then everyone ends up playing their old Saga game that it came from that no one knew about. So I feel like that's what they're gonna try to go for. Bring back old titles no one knows about and making a good game out of it.
Oh, didn't Sega make Bayonetta? Yes.
No clue.
No. John, you know anything about
part
that?
Of Dawn of War.
No, it's Platinum. Platinum made Bayonetta.
Oh, okay.
I think Sega
Dawn
might
of
have
War?
produced it. Hold on. Sega Bayonetta. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they like.
Oh, they made Mortal Kombat too.
No,
And I know they're in there with
Sega's
Total
the publisher.
War.
Sega is the publisher of the game.
Oh, okay. So they technically like own it, sort of. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and you said they made Mortal Kombat as well?
Yeah,
Well, it's not like they really need a new Mortal Kombat game. Like, Mortal Kombat X was really, really good.
But I'm looking at the list of Sega games, and most of these are just no names. Altered Beast, Golden Axe,
All right.
just weird-ass games.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
And you just see Sonic every once in a while.
Guys, we know
Matt.
what you've been waiting for. Ultra Beast.
Ultra Beast. Okay, you know what?
So yeah.
This.
Oh my god.
Hold on. This is just off the top of my head right now, but like, you guys have all played Portal, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
You played the Portal games. So you,
Oh, yeah.
at the end of the second game, you get out of the facility. But what if Portal 3? All right. Based right after you get out of the facility, and it's like,
Just
what now?
Game.
We don't like a completely different game. It's
I would
stuff, the
love
puzzle
that.
and stuff.
You know what, Dave?
That would be insane.
Just be like a survival game instead of like a puzzle game, and just revamp it completely, but still kind of have that nice little origin.
Yeah.
Well,
Some guy from Valve is gonna pop in here and be like, "What is these idiots talking about?" And he's gonna hear this and he'd be like, "How did we not think of this? We're fucking dumb."
You're hired.
Yes, we're gonna get this guy. He's gonna be the lead story writer.
Like we need.
I got
Yes.
some bad
We
news
need-
for you, though, guys.
What?
Valve can't count to 3.
It's true.
Right. They haven't made a fucking third game for anything.
But that's why it's a different game. Like it's based off the Portal games, but it's a completely different game.
Oh, so they don't even call it Portal 3. They make it like
It's
I don't know,
Actually,
survival. Just I don't know, a cool name.
Mario Rabbit, bro.
Yeah, we but we're starting to run out of time, so we need to move on.
Yeah, last topic. Last topic.
We're gonna have 3 more topics. This
Okay.
might actually go a bit long.
It already has been gone pretty long.
Actually,
good.
4 topics because one of the topics is real quick. Anyway,
Okay.
2 really big games. Do you think we're going to see Red Dead 2
I've been waiting for this.
and Cyberpunk 2077
Okay.
at E3?
Oh my god. So
Red Dead 2, yes. I think we will see that game.
Cyberpunk? I think this is the year. Okay, here's why. Real quick, Blade Runner reboot is coming out this year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Right?
pumped for that.
There has been Deus Ex was released last year, so their biggest Cyberpunk competitor is like not in the game anymore. Like they have their game, it's been released. Fine. This is the year for CD Projekt to release this game. I mean, how long has it been in development hell? 4 years?
It's like they at least need to tease it more because we only have a singular trailer. And Odie, what it is you know The Witcher?
Yes.
The people who made The Witcher are making a open world game like The Witcher, but it is cyberpunk.
I like that idea. That sounds amazing.
It's weird because it sort of seems like a no-brainer, like cyberpunk, open world, maybe RPG elements, super cool combat. This makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But like we don't have any of that.
The closest thing we have is like a Star Wars game, which is not exactly cyberpunk. It's just sci-fi.
It's Star Wars, and
it's different.
Like Dad was saying, Deus Ex, and that's a third person. It's not super high action. It's really different, but like it's exciting because for some reason this is new, even though it really shouldn't be.
I mean, like the whole like cyberpunk brand is going probably, or not brand, but genre is probably going to be coming back pretty hard after the new movie. So I feel like if someone kind of jumps on it first with this game and releases it like this year, I agree with Dad there. If they do release it this year, it's going to be a really good.
I don't think it's going to release this year because like they haven't even given us a specific date. They haven't even given us like a time window. Like sometimes the games will announce like, oh, spring of 2019 or whatever. Like we have none of that. So I think if we get anything at E3 that's about this, it's going to be like a small teaser, maybe some game. Like if we're super lucky, maybe some gameplay, and like released 2018, it'll be released 2018, sort of holiday year, sort of around Christmas, or maybe spring of 2019. That would be my guess.
I'm thinking that too, because like if they announce it, it's building off the hype, right? Because a movie can only, like, a movie's theatrical run lasts so long, and then the DVD release happens. But if they just use this to build up all the people who are coming out and being like, I want this Blade Runner 2049, I want it now, they're gonna hook those kids in, those like big kids, us.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes, hook me.
It's just like I love the Deus Ex games. I love any cyberpunk open world. Like I loved The Witcher 3. I love the Witcher series in general. CD Projekt makes good games. They haven't dropped a game they've announced, and we do know that the development cycles take a long time. The gap between Witcher 2 to Witcher 3 was pretty big. So I'm if they don't do an announcement this year, I'd be surprised, because imagine how 2018 announcement would be like, oh, hey guys, remember that Blade Runner movie last year? Yeah. Well, we're going to make a game about cyberpunk.
Oh, late.
But Oh, we're on something else right now, bro.
Yeah.
Good luck.
We got Infinity War to worry about now.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, next topic.
Yes.
Scorpio. Xboxes.
Xbox Scorpio.
The
I
Xbox
have
Project Scorpio.
so much to say about that.
Okay, you go ahead. Who said that?
Yeah, go.
I think.
Go.
Me.
Oh, okay.
What?
Alex, you alive?
Can you not hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, you guys just all started laughing, so I was like, I guess I'll not talk. That's cool. Fine.
No,
we're waiting for you. It was just a silence.
We're waiting for you to talk. Yeah, go.
Okay. Well, the first big thing about this is it's all hyped up about 4K gaming and how intensely strong the graphics are gonna be in this.
Sounds pretty
But, they've got all the talk of 4K, 12 gigs of memory, all this big stuff. But, for the price it's gonna cost to put in those kind of specs, you could get a mid-range, even up to high-range computers now, because they're so affordable. Because just off when I was looking over the specs the other day, 6 teraflop GPU, that's as powerful as a 1070 graphics card, and that costs $550. So on top of that, putting in 12 gigs of DDR5 memory and a big storage and 4K Blu-ray DVDs and 4K resolution support and all that kind of stuff is gonna cost people so much, or it's not gonna deliver what it needs to do to actually be able to handle that. There is no middle ground where it's affordable and can deliver that.
That's the thing. That's the difference between
be
console
way
and PC, right? Everyone knows that PCs will be able to outperform any console for a decently cheaper price.
Forever,
But
yeah.
the hook they're trying to do with consoles is release unique content on those consoles. So they should be releasing something with the Scorpio, some sort of super hype game or something that hook people in.
This actually sort of rolls into our next topic. Actually, as you said, Dankpool said, there isn't a middle ground for affordability and the kind of power that they're talking about, 4K.
Yeah.
4K is a pretty big leap. It takes a lot of power. In a computer, if you want 60 frames per second at 4K, you need a 1070 or you need or you need a 1080, which are top of the line and cost in Canada here, they a 1080 costs almost $1,000.
That's the cost of my entire computer.
Yeah,
It's
it's expensive, and in the US, I think it's around $600-ish dollars, and it's really hard to get it's really hard to get that performance out of this pre-made system. But do you think console gaming is ever gonna die?
Not as long as Nintendo's part of it.
No.
No, here's my thoughts on Scorpio as well, is that I think this is going to be the last Xbox console, because I noticed where the Xbox line was going when the One got released, because that was Microsoft being super unsure and shooting themselves in the foot in terms of the console release and how closed off the software was. It was just hold on, they're just worried about the software aspect. They're barely competing with graphics. They're super talking about cloud services, subscription-based services, DRM. And I was thinking, wait, no, this probably means that whatever OS is going to come out next for Windows, it's just going to eat up that Xbox ecosystem and become some Windows Xbox or something. And it sort of did, where now we have Xbox on our PCs, and Sony is moving towards VR as their selling point. Nintendo has their own. They have Nintendo.
They have their mobile gaming.
Yeah, they're mobile. They have Pokemon. Consoles. They have their IP is so strong that it's beneficial for them to have that and keep that to themselves. So what does Microsoft have for them? I mean, they could keep on releasing hardware, but it's not going to work because they are just pushing this whole thing where now there's cross-system play. Like, look at Gears of War. It has cross-system play where you can play on the PC and the Xbox. Their support for the Xbox with the One S, it's like, okay, like, let's cheapen it up. Scorpio, I think, is going to be their last foray into console gaming for a while because they're really trying to push this whole, like, it's like a PC in your home that's not your PC, which was what the original Xbox
That's not
was.
PC, yeah.
Right. The original Xbox was it was a pretty powerful, downsized PC, right? If you look at the specs, you look at what the chipset was, what the GPU was, or rather the graphics card was, and what the GPU and the graphic card was, and all that jazz. It was pretty beefy for its time. The 360 carried on a console. Scorpio's going to be that. Reason why I say Nintendo's going to be leading the console charge, though, actually, no. Sony and Nintendo, because Microsoft's just going to pull out of this and be churning out PCs or like like things that are more software based, or they're going to be, hey, here's the Microsoft gaming PC, because look, they have the Surface Pro, they have the Surface laptop or Surface Book, then they have Windows 10 Pro and Windows 10 Home. They have downsized everything and simplified it. The Windows Phone architecture and operating system is getting a complete refresh, and it's just becoming one unified system with Windows 10. It makes sense that they do that to their gaming product and integrate it, because there's no point of keeping the gaming on a separate end. It just has to integrate into their brand, which means then they pull out of the console war, they fight the PC war, and they don't lose. Sony... go ahead.
I was just thinking that, like, the only way they can actually stay in that console war is really kind of do what they've been doing all along, is just compete with just Sony.
Yeah.
And start trying things with virtual reality. And that's their only way, I think.
And they tried that with the Kinect. They tried doing stuff like that, and it didn't work. Sony has landed some...
They have an edge.
Yeah, they have an edge. They've landed... Oh, go ahead.
I think Sony just sort of has the edge with the games. I've always been, like, before I became part of the PC Master Race, I was a huge Sony fanboy, and to me, I've always looked at Sony's lineup and then Microsoft's lineup, and I'm like, Sony just makes really good games, and, like, yeah, I want Halo. Halo's really cool and fun, but what else do I want?
And also seeing how there's no Halo release this year, and this is the first year there hasn't been a Halo release or trailer for a long time. Like there was rumors about Halo Wars 2 coming out, but an actual Halo game, there's no Halo game. Microsoft has no hook anymore, has no big game to really stand in front of it, right?
And then Sony just has a lot, and now they have PSVR. And I feel like they can sort of stick with it a lot more, which it's kind of interesting because Sony's never really been a computer company.
No,
they've sort of been like a gaming company and sort of an audio company.
More of a gadget company. Like they have their their cameras and stuff, and
so like they really doubled down on that and sort of really focused on it, and that's why I feel like they're sort of ahead. But yeah, I don't think console gaming's gonna die, because there's always gonna be the guy who comes home from work after an 8-hour day and is like, I want to play a game. I want to shoot some people in the face. I want to have 12-year-olds scream at me on online chat. I want to play, right? I just want to chill. I want to plug it in. I want to hit the button and I want to go, right? And that's exactly what console gaming is.
Easy access to games where you don't have to deal with other bullshit. You just straight game.
Exactly, because you need to know a bit more to put together a PC if you really want to make it more cheap, and sometimes you have to struggle with other PC problems, and Yeah, stuff like that. But that's why I think console gaming is never going to die. I think it's sort of always just going to be there.
Yep.
And I think that's right, because even if it doesn't, if the home console needs to take a break, there'll be portable consoles, which is what I feel Nintendo's preparing for. They've made the in between where people don't even know, the line's blurred, and it's like, oh well, I guess I'm gonna get a Switch. I'm not gonna get a home console. I'm not getting a portable. I'm just getting a Switch.
Just both, yeah.
And Sony's diversifying themselves for security's sake, because if the home console market hits a crash like the crash of '84, or things just don't pick up and we move on to a cloud system based, it's such a weird gray area we're in right now, where the big pushes are VR, subscription and cloud, and portable, discrete gaming. When those three worlds collide, that's when we're going to see the giants fight again on the same playing field. I don't think we're anywhere near that. And I think even after that, I guess that singularity is reached, we're still going to have consoles from it. I just don't think we're going to see much from Microsoft. I don't think they've been a big contender in a lot. I don't know. I could be wrong. Recently, I don't think they've made a...
We're gonna bring it way back to the great internet wars that have been fought. The great battles that have been won by your keyboard. Who do you think is going to win, quote unquote, win E3 this year? Let's go down the line and start with Odie.
Oh my god, it is tough. Personally, I only looked at the games. I didn't look at tech very much. I looked at a bit of Scorpio, but from a game perspective, I honestly, I don't think Nintendo will win. Nintendo doesn't have that big releases right now. They already released their Switch earlier this year, and I don't think Nintendo will win. I don't know. Depending how good Battlefront 2 is, EA.
Interesting. Good choice, yeah.
I'm gonna go with EA.
Yeah, because Sony and Microsoft aren't the only ones that do press conferences. There's Ubisoft and EA and Bethesda. Deadpool.
Yeah, and EA have their own game or sports games and stuff too. So
yeah.
I
was gonna jump to Deadpool.
Oh, go ahead.
Who do you think is gonna win?
Right. Well, straight up, I'm gonna be real with you guys here. If the Scorpio, if they pull some miracle out of their butt and the Scorpio is affordable and can deliver, Microsoft's gonna win hands down.
Interesting. I can see it happening. Dad, what do you think?
With who's gonna win?
Yeah, who do you think is going to win E3?
It's gonna be Nintendo.
Yeah?
It's, because they have an interesting... Okay, here's the thing. Scorpio is going to be a new release, but it's not like they're going to sell it the day after. They're not like Apple.
Right.
Apple, Steve Jobs did this cool thing where he'd be like, this is the iPod, whatever, and it's available for sale starting now. And people are like, oh my god, we won't have Sony doing that. Sony's comfortable. They have the PS4K, and they have they'll maybe tease PS5 and talk more about Sony VR and how it's going head to head with Oculus applications, all blah blah blah. Microsoft will talk about Scorpio and games. Unless they come up with this sick Cortana, AI thing. Maybe that's what they're going to work on. But I think Nintendo
Xbot.
Sexbot?
Oh, this Microsoft Sexbot.
The Microsoft
Cortana Sexbot. She'll make you a grilled cheese sleep.
She'll call me Chief. She'll call me. Good shooting, Chief. I think Nintendo's gonna win because they already have a console, but I feel like here's the thing. It's like half a console. There's this thing I have the idea that they're gonna tease the Nintendo dock Switch Dock Plus, which is going to be like a GPU booster or a connectivity boost, which could totally work because it uses USB Type-C, which is a pretty really fast USB interface. And the dock, like, I've seen the dock. I've touched it and I hold it in hand. It's just like a tiny, I don't know, half a decameter wide chipset in a big hunk of plastic. It's not much, but Nintendo could push that, being like, here's a reason. Here's a console already. Here's affordable. Here's a price drop. Here's a dock. By the way, here's Smash Bros. Here's Metroid. Here's more of these games you wanted. Here's all this stuff. They're just gonna have so much fanboys and fangirls like foaming at the mouth that they've just lined themselves up since the holiday season, whereas the other two competitors really haven't had anything released since the holiday season, which could, I mean, devil's advocate could say like, oh, there's just so much more space, but Nintendo has just the pace with them, you know? I think that's why they're gonna have a really successful E3.
Yep, I can see that too. Like, you make a good argument for Nintendo.
One quick topic, because it sort of is right up now, and then we're probably gonna start closing this out.
Oh wait, Katz, what do you think? You need your answer. Who's gonna win E3?
Oh goodness, my answer. Who's gonna win E3? I agree with Sean. I think Nintendo's gonna win E3. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to get to it this podcast, but they announced a Pokemon Direct, and we're going to get a bunch of information about a new Pokemon. I'm super psyched. I love Pokemon. I think we're going to see a new Smash Bros, which is going to get everybody's dick real hard, and it's going to be great. But that rolls into the quick topic I want to do. Do you think we're going to see, it's mostly towards Dad, but do you think we're going to see new Smash Brothers? Because Nintendo released Mario Kart, the most recent Mario Kart. They sort of did a little refresh and made it for the Switch and added a bunch of things. Do you think that's going to happen with Smash 4?
Like Mario Kart, the deal. I think it's going to follow the same format, much to my dismay, because I bought the DLC single piece. Like, I bought them for the tournaments that we run back in, like, just to have them and to play them. But I think that's just what's going to make sense, because I don't think Nintendo's going to be like, buy our 2-year-old DLC. No, we're going to include it in the price.
Yeah, we're just going to give you the same game, but it's over here now. And also, real quick, Melee HD, yes, no, please God, yes. What do you think?
I don't think it's necessary. Like,
Melee is
a great game by itself. Looks fine.
I'm gonna shut you up right now.
I know you're a huge Smash fanboy.
No. The problem is Melee is an amazing game. Yes. Your argument is that it looks fine. Okay, sure, I can agree with that. We don't need to update textures or anything, but it is so hard to play.
But
like, if you want to play it,
that's
like,
what you mean. Okay.
Like, I need to get a GameCube somehow. I need to spend $100 on the game in the first place. Like, people don't do that. Like, that, it's so hard to get in, and it's either that or I need an emulator on a PC that can run it. I need to go through all the shit that it takes to get that running good, and my special adapter, I need to have it up running so I can play with my GameCube controller, or I need to get a Wii, which they don't make anymore, and then I need to get like an SSD. Like, it's such an amazing game. It's a crime that it is so hard to get into to play this game.
Okay, from that perspective, because I was going from a perspective of graphics, of gameplay itself, and I'm like, it's a great game. Gameplay is freaking amazing. Graphics are fine, but seeing how it is $100 per game and it's impossible to find. Yeah, I can see how it can be needed then.
But here's the thing: is that look at how Nintendo is receptive to the Melee. Like, let's be honest, Nintendo is not very receptive to Melee. Like, they'll
Well, they don't want it as an esport.
No,
they don't want it
they don't
as a
even,
competitive game.
They don't even want
Yeah,
it
they don't.
esports. They want.
They don't give it a shit. They don't give a shit.
They want Splatoon
Yeah.
as an esport. They sort of want. They sort
Gross.
of want Smash 4 to be an esport. They understand it's there, but the thing is, Smash Bros is still considered one of like the it's a joke of the the fighting game community, right? I mean,
No, it isn't even though. It's the joke of the fighting game community, but at the same time, it's the premier fighting game esport. Like you go on Twitch and you see a big Street Fighter tournament.
it's not there.
It's not like you don't see it. If there's a big Super Smash Bros. Melee tournament, you go browse, and Melee is going to be the second or third most watched game on the entire website.
Because it's grassroots. Because it's powered by the people. Those other games, they're powered
Actually, I don't believe that actually.
I mean, look at
My take on it is it's not because people are so passionate about Melee. My theory is it's the perfect. I'm putting this over everything else. It is the perfect spectator esport.
Well,
it is perfect. You can know nothing about the game. You can go watch a stream, and when somebody does something sick, you're like, holy shit, that was really cool. Oh my god, he got dunked to shit. And like, oh my goodness, that combo was crazy. And it's really easy to follow. It looks really good to watch. That's my theory as to why it's so popular, actually.
you could also make that argument for other esports like CS:GO. You know it's that's an easy game, but it's hard to spectate seeing how everyone is first person view and that hard part.
Different on that one.
But if they do it correctly, it can be argued that it's very similar. How you could just jump in and just watch, and you're like, oh, that guy did a 360, just shot him in the face.
But to think of it like, but here's the thing: like, look at VGBC, look at Smash GG, look at the big names that are supporting that community, our community for Smash. They all started without any help from the publisher. But if you look at Canada Cup, you look at the Capcom Cup, you look at all these things, it's like direct funding from Cineplex, Sony, Capcom themselves, where the publishers are embracing the game. That's why I don't think we'll get a Melee HD, because Nintendo is like, holy crap, like we have... It's almost like this weird dichotomy that exists in the fighting game community, where the game with the most fan base gets the least amount of publisher support, and the games with, oh, it's there, like everyone looks at Taiga and
like the rabbits,
yeah.
like the rabbits in Mario thing, where they're just like, oh, none of you guys wanted this, but we'll make it anyway.
You want a remake of one of the toughest fighting games of all time, where so many inputs are happening in the process of only, like, I don't know, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, 7 minutes, like crazy. We won't give that to you, because
we're giving you Mario and rabbits.
And I mean, I'm not here to I'm not gonna trash Nintendo in their decision, but at the same time, I mean, Smash 4 is a different game than Melee. I treat it as a different game.
It is different.
Smash Bros. Wii U is a harder game of rock paper scissors than Melee is. Melee, you have to outplay, you have to outlast, you have to survive. It is its own game. It's not just a simple shield clanks this and grab clanks attack and special attacks and all this, like, let's just use it to the system. They put so much in the player's hands, and that's probably why I guess Nintendo doesn't want to support it. Just thinking about it, is that there's so much in the players and community's hands, they just don't know where to start. I bet you they don't even have people who work at Nintendo who understand how Melee works.
Probably not.
Because, like, look at PAL. PAL is a Japanese development team led by Sakurai. Sakurai knows things were in the game. He doesn't like Melee. Right? And he's like, oh yeah, I never wanted it to be competitive, but I guess I'll put a 1v1 mode in Smash Brothers 4 2 stocks, 6 minutes, and then the competitive meta embraced that because it was like our daddy Sakurai is giving us a competitive mode. We better make the meta 2 stocks, 6 minutes, and I mean, it just goes to show if the Smash Bros. Community had Nintendo's support, we'd be far.
We'd be Gucci.
We'd be so Gucci. I mean, because we're excited. We're the kids that are like, if Nintendo is our parent and we're the kids, man, we're just grateful kids. Like, we're like, okay, fine, you didn't give us any food for dinner, but you know, me and my bros, we're just gonna go get some food, and it's okay. I still love you.
Yeah.
But like deep down, we go to bed thinking, why does our parent hate us? And like,
what the hell?
The siblings that have Smash 4 are like, oh, you know, I guess they're younger. You know, they're gonna have their fun. But it's been like 16 years, Dad. Can you give us some food? And
yeah. And anyway, I think we need to wrap it up here. I think we're just about hitting time right now. Just to go quick, Dad, do you want to talk about some events and some of the stuff we're doing over the summer?
Okay, so different events we're doing. So today I dropped the bomb for Wombo Combo, the return of Wombo Combo, which is a fighting game series that used to happen. Now it's happening. It's going to be the last Friday of every month, or the last Friday of every month, essentially. And it's just Smash Bros. It's Melee, and it's Smash 4 with a little hint of 64 in there, because for some reason there's a budding 64 community up here. And it's great. I play in it. Samus sucks in it, so I don't play Samus that much in it. We have Summoners. I'm working on registration with Riot for Summoners summer seasons, and trying to really figure out what to do with the Overwatch season, because I want to approach Blizzard about it, but
I'm sure they'll support you.
Yeah.
They're sort of doing their own thing right now.
Yeah, so they might not want to fragment it, but we'll see what response I get back from Blizzard support. And finally, so this is the creme de crop. All right, so I know a lot of people give esports and gaming a lot of flack because it's like, oh, our kids aren't getting outside and they're not playing. I'm like, well, that's too bad. So, but I'm like, okay, so I have this idea.
We love these games.
Let's put a controller. I was like, why don't I just put a controller in a kid's hand, but then they're outside? Okay,
yeah.
So we're getting into. I'm really excited to announce that I'm working on a little bit of a maybe partnership with the Two Rivers Gallery and the Prince George FPV, which is the first-person vehicle. So it's drone racing essentially. We're getting into that.
Ooh.
So essentially, the partnership or the proposed partnership that I brought up. It wouldn't even be like a partnership. It would be more, we'd push kids to use the Maker Lab at Two Rivers Gallery. And for those of you who don't know what it is, it's this sick place where you can make anything. They have all the shop tools. They have 3D printers, laser cutters, welding kits, everything you need to like build anything. They have it there. And we're going to push kids to just come, bring their drone designs, print them out, laser cut them, and build the drones there. And then we're going to host events for that. We've been in talks with the Prince George drone racing community, and they're super stoked that, you know, there's a young guy and his team, which are full of young people, wanting to do stuff like this. And the second thing is I just visited the library today because Volcanic, in its heyday, used to host Nerf Wars. And the library hosts Nerf Wars, but they don't do it often. So we're going to start hosting Nerf Wars.
Cool.
And it's going to be pretty fun. So our esports division's pretty small. It's pretty concrete now. We have Overwatch League, Smash Bros. Might throw in Street Fighter and another fighting game into the mix, maybe Rocket League if that has enough interest. And we have two live games we're going to test out this summer in between things. So please keep updated on our Facebook, on our Twitter. I'm building up an Instagram.
Twitch.
Twitch?
Yeah, on Twitch.
I mean,
watch the stream, please.
Twitch is a big thing. Thank you for a big shout out. Like as the admin for Volcanic, it makes me really happy, both as a business owner, but as the guy trying to lead. a team of amazing people, and I mean, I sometimes doubt. I'm just like, oh my god, like I'm 22, like I don't know if what's gonna work, what's not gonna work, but it's really supportive to see that people actually come and stay for the channel, and they actually are like, hey, I like this channel enough that I'm gonna follow. Like we're nearing our 100 subscribers. I'm really happy about that for Twitch, and or our YouTube too. Check out our YouTube. We're gonna be putting some cool content out there. Chris, our editor, shout outs to him. He puts in the work for that, and he makes things look really neat. But those are the only volcanic updates, and yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Anyway,
also stay for my series. I'm gonna be starting up Hardly Thinking, which is a puzzle game series, and I just finished Learning the Craft, which was just before this stream, and I'm gonna do it every Thursday night. So show up for that.
Awesome. Well, I'm Katz, and I guess that's sort of about the end of our stream. Anyway.
And I'm a dumbass.
And he's a dumbass. Thankful's a dumbass. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first from the man himself.
Anyway, hopefully you all tune in and watch us do our thing, and hopefully you enjoy the stuff we do. And yeah, I guess that's the end of our first podcast. Yay! Woo, we did it!
Can I say one thing before we shut down the stream, though?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
No, it's nothing stupid. This is actually related to my stream. I'm in the next week or so here. I'm going to be changing my streamed game to Friday the 13th every Wednesday. And as soon as we hit 250 followers, I'm going to give away not one, but 2 copies of Friday the 13th. And every one of our followers are going to be entered in for that giveaway.
Nice.
So,
share
the page around, let everyone know what is going on, and hopefully we hit that sooner than later.
All right.
Sooner than later. Awesome. Anyway, yeah, we're a volcanic team, and we're done.
All right.
See you guys next time.
Fuck out of here. Leave.
Yeah. Fuck out of here.
Stop
Can I
the
leave
stream.
this call now, too?